lot of interesting things going on. Speaking of interesting things, hey, Mr. Special Prosecutor, are you still out there? Have you got your ears on? I have a question for you, Mr. Special Prosecutor. Can you explain to me how a prosecuting attorney in family court would parrot the exact wording put out by a bunch of domestic terrorists on the internet, many of whom aren't even residing in the state of Kentucky? Can you explain that one to me, sir? I'd love to hear your answer. I would love to hear your answer, sir. I'd love to hear it. And by the way, since we're on the subject, sir, is it a crime to aid and abet a domestic terrorist in the state of Kentucky? Because apparently a lot of people think it is. And apparently, I'm getting all this laughter, everybody's laughing and going, oh, yeah, we can do whatever the fuck we want. We're domestic terrorists. And we even have an organization. It's called Trolls, Haters, and Naysayers. Been around for years. Been destroying people's lives for years, by the way. Not just mine. They've been destroying all kinds of people's lives. Yeah. Even convinced people that I would send my kids to school covered in piss and shit. Oh, Vaughn, surely you're exaggerating. No. I was in Miss Parker's live show, and I asked her point blank. I said, do you really believe these stupid fuckers when they said that I'd send my kids to school covered in piss and shit? She said yes. Okay. So, yeah. I'm not joking. Okay. This shit is ridiculous. Of course not. No decent parent is going to send their kids to school covered in piss and shit. And for her to say that she actually believed a bunch of domestic terrorists over a model citizen probably speaks to why this nation is going down the shitter so fast. Don't you reckon? When we laud criminals like George Floyd and many, many others, but yeah, white folk that are model citizens and have no criminal record are treated like fucking criminals. But yeah, white folk that are model citizens and have no criminal record are treated like fucking criminals. Folks, I will remind everyone. I only get to see my children under supervised conditions. You know why? Because I'm being treated like a criminal. Meanwhile, the criminals on the internet get to laugh and cut up and do whatever the fuck they want. Isn't that right, FBI? The very FBI that's hiding under their desk. The very FBI that I called and laughed at me over the phone and hung up in my ear. That FBI. The FBI that should have prosecuted DeFrost before they killed my mother, before they stole my inheritance money. I mean, it's not like I haven't been telling people about this shit. But no, of course not. No, we are now glorifying the victim or glorifying the criminal in this country instead of the victim. And I'm a textbook fucking case. I am the textbook case of that. The Frosts have literally stolen everything from me. My inheritance money, my mother's SSI and Social Security. They got Andrea kicked off this property. She ended up going into an insane asylum because of all this shit. Mom is now dead, allegedly from. They knew exactly what would happen to her. She'd either get a heart attack or a blood clot. They were probably hoping for a heart attack so that they could blame it on me. Well, she didn't get a heart attack, though, did she? She got a blood clot to the brain. A lot harder to pin that one on me. So then they lie and say that I left her laying there for hours on end. Isn't that right, Frost? Yeah, man, he left her laying there till 12 o'clock noon. Well, unfortunately for the Frost, I have evidence that proves that I was doing things at 12 o'clock, not just sitting on my ass. So, unfortunately for the Frosts and the trolls on the internet, they're going to fail in that little regard. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are now glorifying the criminal and victimizing, or in that, well, yeah, we are victimizing the victim, but I mean, the victim is the victim. The victim is now the criminal, and the criminal is now the victim, and that's pretty fucked up. That's some pretty fucked up shit, if you ask me. But hey, what the hell do I know, right? What the hell do I know? I've only been on this earth for 58 years. 2 years of broadcasting arts. 2 years of business administration. 2 years of real estate law. So what is the qualifications for the Frosts again? Oh, one of them didn't even graduate the 6th grade. And the other one, I think, didn't graduate the 10th grade. But yet somehow we've declared that they have more intelligence to handle my mother's affairs than I do? Really? Seriously? No, I forgot. Larry's now saying 9th grade instead of 6th grade. Well, initially he told me 6th grade. So I guess he's giving himself a boost up now. Now he's allegedly saying 9th grade. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. So we're gonna trust my mother's life to people that didn't even graduate high school. Whereas I not only graduated high school, I had 2 years of broadcasting arts, business administration, real estate law, and a few other things thrown in there for good measure. But I'm not qualified to take care of my mother's affairs, really? Since when? Because a bunch of fucking terrorists on YouTube said so? But Mr. Prosecutor, I want you to pay special attention to family court, because family court, the attorneys in family court were literally parroting the words coming out of these terrorists' mouth on YouTube. I want you to make note of that, Mr. Special Prosecutor, provided you exist, of course, because I ain't seen hiding her hair that you're real. But on the auspices that you are real, I just thought I would document the fact that you need to pay special attention. See, the Frosts are playing on both courts. They're playing the district court and the family court, See, what James Arnold Frost was doing, he was paying people to go into family court and lie under oath to get my kids taken away over and over and over again. Well, now why? Because then that paints me as as looking like a criminal. Oh, look, he had his kids taken 12 times in a row. Well, of course. They kept paying people to go into court and lie. Of course. Who paid that woman in Burning Springs to lie about lice in my kids' head? Somebody did. They had to have. She lied. She flat out lied. Said, oh, yeah, the kids had lice. Then when the foster parents got the kids, they said, there wasn't no lice. That's a total lie. So who paid that woman in Burning Springs to lie and say that my kids had lice in their head? Somebody did. Who was it? There's only one person that has motive for that, isn't there? Yeah, there's only one person, James Arnold Frost. He's the only one that benefits from having my children taken away, right? Yes, absolutely. So, Mr. Special Prosecutor, while you're looking at district court, you also need to be looking at family court, don't you? Yeah. Yes, you do. Because the two things are all intertwined. They're all intertwined together. Provided you even exist, of course. Because, like I said, I ain't seen hiding her hair that you even exist. I'm just hearing what other people are saying. Oh, yeah, there's a special prosecutor out there. Really? Well, then he needs to be taking a look at family court. And not just district court, doesn't he? Yes, he does. Because I was in family court just the other day, Thursday, and I had a counselor in that courtroom parrot the exact fucking words coming out of them domestic terrorist mouths on YouTube. The exact words. Not kinda, not sorta. The exact words coming out of their mouths. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that amazing? So, Mr. Special Prosecutor, if you do exist, you need to be looking at family court too, huh? Yes, you do. And why all these people would come into family court and lie under oath. Oh, yeah, man, them kids went to school filthy fucking dirty, man. They, and CPS lying, saying my kids were covered in piss and shit. School officials in Oneida School and Burning Springs School lying and saying my kids are covered in piss and shit when they were not. What kind of parent would send their kids to school that way any goddamn way? No, not a model citizen. Not me, not a model citizen. I'm a model citizen. You think I'm going to fuck that up? No way in hell, man. You crazy. I'm not going to fuck that up. No way in hell would I fuck that shit up. I got a good thing going being a model citizen. I ain't got no criminal record, man. Contrast that with the assholes on YouTube that keep talking shit about me, who do have criminal records. And now we've got many of them on record lying, saying that they're police officers, that they're attorneys, that they're this, they're that, when they ain't shit but a goddamn YouTube troll. I do not believe for 1 second that a competent attorney would risk losing their law license just to fuck with an old man in Kentucky that they do not know and that's never done anything to them. I do not believe that for 1 fucking second. Because if they really are an attorney, first of all, they lose their fucking law license. And second of all, that's just fucking insane. And they need a psyche valve, right? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, folks. But yeah, while you're in your pursuits there, Mr. Special Prosecutor, whoever you may be, I think you should know that there was an attorney Thursday in family court, literally parroting the words of a domestic terrorist group on the internet. Literally, word for word. Don't you find that fascinating? I do. I find that fascinating. I find that very fascinating. What can I say?